Well, good morning and welcome back to another video on the boat. So today we are at Lock 43 on the Trent Severn Waterway, which is about halfway up towards Georgian Bay from Lake Couchiching. Of course, I will put a map showing where we are and how we got here. So we traveled up here yesterday. This is actually not our first voyage on the boat, it's our second. First voyage was a few weeks ago and we went down the other way on the Trent Severn Waterway towards Fenland Falls area. But we ran into a little bit of issues with engine overheating, and not caused by the engines, but we had a weedy situation in one of the lakes. So no filming that one. It was a little bit tense at times because we were still learning the boat. But we got back, we made it, everything's fixed. Oh, we're all good. So our plan for this trip was to continue on farther than this, but it seems like Mother Nature is going to get in the way of our plans. Tomorrow is looking pretty rough weather-wise, so I think we might do another check on the weather, and we might end up just heading back down to our marina and maybe anchor out off shore there and do some swimming. So you just take it as it comes. That's boating. So I am getting used to piloting our new Sea Ray. It's actually, I find it quite good from a handling perspective. Easier than our last boat, I must admit. I really find it's very responsive. So I'm getting used to it again, because it's a good sized boat, but it handles quite well. This is Lock 43. Another view inside the lock. It's also called the Giant Lock, and it lowers boats, as the sign says here, 14.3 meters, so that's about 45 feet, almost double the lift of any of the other locks of this style in the system. So pretty neat operation, and right next door to it is a generating station. Leslie's out there doing her thing, going and getting all the lines cleaned up and bumpers to the right level for our next stop. I should probably go make a course adjustment before we cross into the shore here. So we just departed from Lock 43, and as I mentioned in the intro or earlier in the video, we are just going to sort of head back down to Lake Simcoe and maybe spend the day, go do some swimming and hanging around because the weather projections just aren't that good. So it's all good. We're going to be having a nice, pleasurable ride back down to home base today. And it is an absolutely gorgeous day. now making our approach to Lock 42, which is the lock that's situated at the top of Lake Couchiching. And you can see Leslie is getting herself all prepped up there for going to the lock. On our way up here, we had a long wait at the CNR rail bridge that goes across the river, and had to go back and forth, and probably about an hour wait. So we're going to talk to the lock staff when we get there this time, and hopefully they can give us a bit of guidance, and at least this time we can wait the lock if the bridge is closed. Okay, we just came through, I'll just spin around here, Lock 42, and we talked to the people working at the lock, and the CNR railway bridge is not going to be swinging for a while. So we are tied up and waiting, have a bite to eat. Better than on the way up here when we were just sitting out there hovering for probably the best part of an hour waiting to get through there. So we got some downtime. We're on the grey wall at Lock 42 and we're in the shade. So all good. So we're now heading into the top of Lake Couchiching out of the Trent Waterway, out of Lock 42. I did forget to get the film of the railway bridge because I was too busy concentrating. And now we're heading down to kind of a neat area of Lake Couchiching. We just call it the bowling alley. This is a long line of markers that you guys stay right down the middle of, and that will take us down to the Atherley Narrows, where we will cross into Lake Simcoe. And we'll film that when we go through there. Passing through the Narrows now, which is the joining point between Lake Couchiching and Lake Simcoe. There's an old railway bridge up there that's always open, and then you can see the road bridge that goes across. So this is called the Narrows. Lots of old marinas on either side of us here.